Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Always good to have you folks along. Thanks for listening. Pretty nice morning out there. The moon behind some clouds up there this morning. And 30-some degrees. Pretty comfortable. Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Is the lunar eclipse, is that this week, end of the week, Friday or something?
I don't know.
Isn't there to be the lunar eclipse this week?
I don't know.
Or am I dreaming? I thought I read that somewhere.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I suppose you could Google it, but please don't.
Okay, I won't. We have other things to worry about during the show today.
We really do. We really do. We have very important things to worry about.
Oh, brother.
Had a vision.
Did you now?
Yeah, I had a vision.
All right. Another epiphany?
Yeah, I did. It came to me when I drove by your house this morning. Turned the corner, come this way, and your lights were on, and the light was, floating out over your yard onto your yard from your windows. And I was thinking about, your bird bath and getting that baby filled up with water. And the bathtub idea, bringing a bathtub in and planting some pollinators in it for the birds and the bees. And I got to thinking, why not 3 bathtubs? Or maybe even 4 in a horseshoe shape around the bird bath. Oh, there's one of those cardinals again. Oh, geez. So let's just say we could find 4 bathtubs, put them in a horseshoe around the place where the little birds take their bath. They would have pollinators there. The birds and the bees would be blessing your yard with great sounds and pollination and dating and mating right there in your yard. I think it would be beautiful, just beautiful. And I would put that in our yard at Joan and Mai's yard, but...
yeah, there's always a but with you. When it comes to... All of your ideas center around my place. And then when the question becomes, well, why don't you do it at your place? Then there's always a but.
Well, I have a riding mower. And you have a push mower, so you can get underneath the bathtub or tubs easier than yours truly.
Yeah, but you have a gas-powered weed eater. That's what the weed eater is for.
Well, you can't use a weed eater on a bathtub. Everybody knows that.
Well, I would think that there aren't too many people that have to use a weed eater around a bathtub in their yard, but you never know.
Well, if you paint them up, beautiful.
Yeah.
To go along with the whole idea of Mother Nature and the birds and the bees. Then when you use the weed eater, it's going to take the paint off the legs.
Well, sure, you got to be careful.
Well, you couldn't avoid it. There's 4 legs on a bathtub. I mean, that'd be 16 legs.
I tell you what, I got a pair of just hand clippers. I'll give them to you, and then you can just get down there around your bathtub and clip around, and you don't have to worry about the weed eater chipping the paint.
I suppose you don't know I've been having some back problems.
Always with an answer. Always with an answer, Dave Burney.
I hope the cat isn't going crazy. Joan told me Willow was searching the house for birds yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
So if you have a cat in the house, it might be, you might want to check. It might be, digging something out looking for a bird.
Uh-huh.
Oh, isn't that nice?
It is a nice sound. It's a pleasant sound when the birds are chirping. It is.
Well, think what that'll be like when you look out your window and you can hear them chirping. Crack that window just a little bit so you can hear that beautiful songbird singing a song for you. Oh, yeah, just like that. Well, you think about it. I'll start looking for tubs.
Oh, I've thought about it, believe me. I've thought about
I mean,
it.
one tub would be okay, but I think 4 in a horseshoe shape.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, boy, there'd be a lot of pollination going on, and you get some bees in there, and might even get a hummingbird. That would be cool.
Yeah.
You don't hardly see hummingbirds in this part of the country, but once in a great while. Or you could put out oranges in your tubs and see if you could get an oriole. They like oranges.
Really?
Orioles do, yeah.
Oh.
So
I didn't really know you were such a bird man.
Well, Jones made me a bird person.
Yeah.
She's always fed the birds, and she has a little set of binoculars and bird book.
Yeah.
And, little finches come in, all different colors. Then a hawk comes in, and, then Mother Nature is cruel sometimes. So let's continue on. We have quite a show lined up for you today. We will be visiting about Fox Theater. I'll be going to Varney Health Mart, and we have some special guests coming in the 9 o'clock hour from the Ansley Business Club. And their instructor, Troy Shermer, is bringing some students in to talk about a project they have. They're selling graduation announcements and different things. They've started their own business in their business class.
Great.
So we're going to find out more about that.
All right.
Excuse me. I think if I had a little natural honey, I could get rid of this frog. And if you have bees, you might be able to raise some honey.
Yeah.
School lunch menus, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
At Thetford today, tacos with either the hard or soft shell, along with fruit, vegetables, and milk.
What is today, the 12th?
Yes, it is.
Litchfield today, pizza at Litchfield today.
At Sargent, it's chili cheese fries or stuffed potato, fruit cup, dinner roll, and milk.
Loop City, a rebelunza or ham and cheese foil wrap will be your choices at Loop City today.
And Selma Myrna Public Schools today, made fresh beef chili, grilled chicken sandwiches, Uncrustable cheese and cracker platter.
Sandhill School in Dunning today, KFC bowls on the menu.
Prairie Pioneer Center today, chili dogs, mac and cheese, carrots, and fruit. Give them a call at 872-6121 if you're bringing some extra company with you. Or if you haven't been there for a while, let them know they like to make sure they have enough food. You could also call that same number to set up home delivery.
Arnold today, corn dogs on the lunch menu at Arnold. Let's see, others that I have today. Let's go to Cozad. And Cozad today is showing, now I don't know about, Cozad is playing in the Boys State basketball tournament today, but if they're having lunch at school today, it would be mashed potatoes and gravy with chicken patty, roast turkey with mashed potatoes and gravy, and pizza bar. That's Cozad. Let's go to Callaway. On the Callaway menu today, it is showing hamburgers at Callaway. And at Broken Bow today, here we go. Let's go to school and eat at Broken Bow.
What are they having?
Toby's Super Lunch. Toby's Super Special Lunch.
Whoa.
I'm guessing that this is Superintendent Toby's choice here. What do you think he would be putting on the menu?
Well, whatever it is, it will be purple.
Yeah, because he's a Vikings fan. Yeah, I never thought about that. So there you go. Toby's Super Special Lunch today at Broken Bow. Other things that are listed, Cuban hot dog, barbecue rib sandwich, fresh baked combo sub, and the grill station combo today is spicy chicken sandwich basket, and they also have build your own hot dog station. So there you go. Those are the choices today at Broken Bow.
Let's play the game while we
do.
listen to the birds.
All right. We're asking questions about the 10 most wanted. The 10 most wanted list actually came to be on March 14th, 1950, started by the FBI. So here's your question for today. This infamous assassin of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was placed on the FBI's most wanted list twice due to his initial crime and subsequent prison escape. Who was he? Your choices are James Earl Ray, Sirhan Sirhan, Mark David Chapman, or Lee Harvey Oswald. This infamous assassin of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was placed on the FBI's most wanted list twice due to his initial crime and subsequent prison escape. Who was he? Choices are James Earl Ray, Sirhan Sirhan, Mark David Chapman, or Lee Harvey Oswald. If you know the answer, call us at 872-2801.
And it is Wednesday, so it's a Runza Prize. 872-2801.
And action!
It's Dave and Brent getting the action started on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Here at Runza, customers always ask us,
why do you trick us into eating cabbage?
No, they ask, when are you going to bring back the Italian Runza sandwich? And the answer is, right now.
Cool, the Italian Runza's back. What is an Italian Runza?
It's got ground beef, Italian sausage, black olives, mushrooms, mozzarella, and savory tomato sauce.
And no cabbage. What's Italian for sign me up?
Good question. The Italian Runza is back for a limited time. Runza makes it all better.
The dining room and drive-thru at Runza and Broken Bow are both back open.
No call there. That one we should have had an answer on. What's the answer, Brent?
James Earl Ray, of course.
Yes.
The assassin, unfortunately, of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Yes.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a yellow crested red, a yellow, well, it's a blackbird with a yellow head. Have you ever seen those before? Or a red-headed blackbird with, red tips and it's beautiful, yeah. Yeah. Now, I don't know if you'll get any of those in your yard or not, because they like to stay out in the country a little bit more.
They're not city birds.
They're not city birds. They're country birds. But I don't know, with 4 bathtubs and a...
Please, no bathtubs.
They're beautiful.
Finally, someone on my side. Thank you, Trish.
No, they're not. No.
Yeah.
Trish, I thought you'd be on my side, neighbor.
I know, neighbor. He's a neighbor too, and I got to walk by there.
Yeah.
Well, can't you?
They could be nice.
Yes, you're creative.
You take care of them.
Well, I thought
otherwise they look like you redid a bathroom and threw your tub out in the front yard and forgot about it.
Well, these would be decorative. You'd paint them different colors.
Oh.
And, maybe.
Oh.
It's
getting worse.
I don't know. Maybe
Sorry,
polka dot. I don't know. Something,
If he goes through with this, the thing I'm happy about, we have shades in our house that I believe were from Designs of Distinction, and I can pull those babies, and I don't even have to worry about looking out there. How's that for a segue?
Good
great
job.
segue.
I like it.
And you could also get the kind where you can see out, people can't see in, and so therefore you could be looking at the beautiful bathtubs and the birds and the bees, the pollinating and the mating and dating going on without even lifting your shade.
Can't you just do a pollinator garden and, just put in some nice flowers? Yeah, I have to go through the whole bathtub journey.
Well, I don't know. There's a benefit to having them in bathtubs because they're higher off the ground. You don't have to bend over to weed the flowers.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was easier for the birds.
Well, birds don't
I was getting worried.
They don't necessarily like to be on the ground.
No, well,
certain birds do. Cardinals like to be on the ground for some reason.
I just had the most beautiful cardinal in the backyard in one of the little pine trees, and he just stayed there forever.
Yeah, that's
I
nice.
Just loved it.
You don't know the joy.
Yeah.
Brent, you gotta
birds.
You gotta
feed the birds though.
Well, yes. I know that.
You have to feed the birds.
You will.
I feed the birds all the time. Even in the summer, I feed the birds.
Well, I don't wait to tell you this, but Brent doesn't even have a bird feeder. He doesn't even feed the birds. And I have a deal. I want to make him on a bird feeder.
Well, I didn't think I had to because my neighbor has all kinds of bird feeders.
Well, this
so I
is
just,
true. Yeah.
I mean, it's just across the street. It's not like there's no place for them to eat.
Well, it's kind of un-American not to have a bird feeder. I mean, I'm just saying. It's we just played the patriotic song from Jackson Browne about being a patriot. If you want to be a patriot, you got to have a bird feeder.
How did the bees segue into that?
Well, I asked Brent at the end of the show yesterday if maybe nobody ever told him about the birds and the bees. When he was younger.
He has kids. I think he's good.
Oh, maybe we better go back to shades and curtains.
Yeah, time to pull the curtain on that segment.
Yeah.
Time to move on.
Oh, gosh. Well, it is spring. Spring has sprung, and some people are doing some purging of their homes and cleaning and kind of getting things straightened out. And that's a lot of the times when you take a look and go, gosh, I'd like to make this room look a little better. Yeah. And I'd like to spruce up the windows a little bit. And you're the gal who can help.
I can help, and graduations are coming.
Oh, yes.
I'm already starting that one.
Yeah. That's a biggie, isn't it?
It is biggie.
Yes. That's when you're really...
Yeah. People come in from all over.
Want that house to look great if they're having a reception at their house, right? Especially. Yeah. That's when you really dig in and really do it.
Starting to get those calls, which is pretty cool.
That's
it's
great.
Fun.
Yeah.
But
Designs of Distinction. Trish is here. And, this is a time of year where, I don't know, spring cleaning, that sort of thing, graduations, Easter. Maybe you have company coming in this summer to spend a couple weeks or a week or whatever, and you want to kind of make sure that things look good, or just for yourself.
Yeah. We're a little late for St. Patrick's Day.
We are.
Yeah. But the green beer and, you know, you don't really notice things too much.
No. All of a sudden your priorities change if you drink too much green beer. But there are, this is the time of year where we do kind of reset and want to get that place looking a little bit better. Businesses as well, by the way. And you do a lot of commercial work.
I do commercial. Just did some work at Runza. We took some shades down for them to get redone, get their inside redone, and put couple of the old shades back up, and were able to put in new components, and then got another new shade. So, so that was fun, going in there, taking them down. They stored them while they were doing their reno, and went back in, put them back up. So that's all done.
I think you've actually worked on large businesses, hotels, motels, churches, all sorts of things.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's been an amazing career.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's over a 30-year career, so.
Yeah, a lot of experience. So any supply problems, I don't know if these tariffs, if they are enacted, will affect you or not, or do we know yet?
I just got a notice about an increase in aluminum shades. Mm-hmm. So, we'll see how that plays out. I don't do a lot of them.
Okay.
So it's, people dust and, everything else. You don't see a whole lot of the 1-inch mini blinds, even though they do now go up. Well, they've always gone up to 2-inch. That was the original Venetian blinds were 2-inch aluminums. So, but I don't see a lot of that business.
So it shouldn't be too much of an effect.
No.
And I think when you first started coming in here to talk about the remote that you can raise and lower, that was kind of way out there.
Yeah,
and now it's pretty common, isn't it?
Well, it's what they're doing basically is taking manual shades that, are cordless, raise and lower, and you can get them now much, much wider, but in order to do that, you have to do motorization. So, but then you compound it with the shipping to get them here. Right. So up to like 94 inches, I'm good with just, if it's just one shade and it's 94 inches, it's $24. But once I go over that 94 inches, I just had a shade come in, or they shipped it. I haven't received it yet. It had come on LTL freight. And It was $185 for that one shade.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's that part is frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if I had a big order of those, I'd almost be tempted to drive to Vegas or Indiana, either one.
Yeah.
I would head that way.
Save that much on freight. Yeah.
Have a road trip and go there. And, Spencer, my husband, would always tease me about that. He's like, well, we'll just go to Vegas. I had a big shipment of foam that I needed. And he's like, I'll just go pick it up. And I'm like, that's just crazy, because my original quote on that was like $110. And I thought, you can't drive there and back for $110.
Sure.
If you throw in a hotel room. And I argued with him. Well, I got that final bill because evidently the measurements were not correct. And it was almost $700 or $800 for that phone. So they did take some of it off, but it was way more than what I had quoted because, But so I learned my lesson there. Yeah. It's like, now I order out of Michigan.
A different place.
They have a way of consolidating foam. I just got done doing the bench cushions at Bonfire. So that happened not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before. So got in there early in the morning. The guys from Bow family helped me. They crawled underneath those benches and got them all undone, got them up to the shop. Bev Hurley helped me, and we got all 12 of them done, put in all new foam, all new vinyl, and got them done pretty much that day. And they were back in at 5 o'clock.
Jeez.
So, yeah.
Quick change there.
Well, it's the only way to do commercial work. I mean, if businesses want to continue to stay open, and I mean, it's a service, and if you want, to do something like that, it's doable. It's just doing the logistics and making sure, can get in there and get it done and, be ready for the next business day.
So you got it done. That's great. That's great.
Yep.
And for those of you who maybe haven't been listening or just tuning in, Trish is expert with curtains and shades and so forth, but you do small cushions and that sort of thing,
benches,
upholstery-wise.
Upholstery. I can't do sofas. I'm just not physically able to do sofas and love seats and recliners. That's not the kind of upholstery. But just straight cushions, indoor, outdoor, bench seats, and I've got vinyl now that just came in that we used at the Bonfire that has 2 million rubs.
You was talking about that before.
Crazy. I mean, most of the time it's 200 to 400 is like the average when you get into commercial vinyls, but this was 2 million. Yeah.
And for folks out there, that means people when they sit down and get up, scoot across. That's called a rub.
Right.
And you're talking about 2 million.
Yeah, that's what they're telling me.
Wow.
So,
that's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
Some of the newer vinyls coming in, some of the newer fabrics we're starting to see, and who knows what the tariffs are going to do. I mean, those fabrics are expensive. So I'm just happy that I'm starting to see more and more coming in from the U.S.
Right here.
So,
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So.
All right. How much lead time for somebody out there listening and they think, you know what, we need to do something with those cushions or with the windows? How much lead time do you need?
I like to figure at least a couple weeks for everything to be made and come in. If it's something I have to do at the shop, then, I've got windows of like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Those are
okay.
my days to do that, or at nighttime if I need to.
Okay.
So, but
and the best way to start up a conversation is via the phone.
Yes.
Because you're out of the shop quite a bit, which is, by the way, located in Bow Family Flooring.
Flooring, right.
But just pick up the phone and get started that way.
At 870-3677.
3677,
Yep.
and you will not be sorry. Free estimates, measurements, and a bid, and with no obligation.
Yep. Exactly. And I was laughing because this is an off week, and we just started, so now it's every other week from this date. So that's, been funny. I was thinking about it, and I thought, well, there might be people that have never listened on
their schedule.
This schedule.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Some people, for instance, work like a BD job or something like that, where they're off 3 or 4 days and back on. So
yeah.
Well, it's good to have you in. I did want to apologize to you for interrupting your exercise this past weekend.
Oh, no, that was fun. Those toenails were cute.
But you had...
She was precious.
Trish has she walks.
I walk. I walk
at a fast pace. You're checking your pulse or your.
No, I check my distance on my watch, and then I listen to audiobooks when I walk.
And
so
Trish
I've always
was
got something in my ears.
You do, and you were going down the street at a good rate, and I stopped Trish because I wanted to show her Kayla's toenails. They were beautiful blue color.
Yeah, like a really soft turquoise, really pretty.
Yes.
Yeah. And Mom had them too.
They matched.
It's all good.
Well, sorry.
You were freaking me out. I thought he stopped you to show you his toenails, and I'm like, yikes! What is going on?
But wait till you get those bathtubs. She'll just have to stop and look at those every time she goes by.
Oh, please help me.
The birds and the bees flying around. It's going to be great. Thanks, Trish.
Thanks.
It's always good to see you. We'll take a time out, then we'll catch up on some news.
The Breakfast Show
Don't know what I do without them. They're awesome.
on KCNI KBBN.
With offices in Broken Bow and Callaway, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency is here for the area. This is Chip, and I invite you into the Broken Bow office Tuesday, Wednesdays, or Thursdays to speak with me about getting the coverage that fits you and your situation best. If Callaway is more convenient, Liana and Lori are in the office there Monday through Friday. 2 locations serving central Nebraska and beyond. Thanks for choosing Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency.
Hi, this is Andrew from Pearson Physical Therapy. Did you know we offer dry needling? Have you heard of it? Are you curious if it might be right for you? It often gets compared to acupuncture, but there are definitely many differences. Our goals in therapy are often pain reduction and improved mobility, and that's just what dry needling is all about. Come talk to us, and we can see if it's right for you. 872-5800, or stop by and see us on West Highway 2.
When you're giving a gift, saying thank you for a gift, extending congratulations, or expressing compassion, you need the perfect card to do it. Varney Pharmacy is happy to offer a great selection of Lane and Tree cards, in addition to single cards for every occasion. Choose from box cards, note cards, notepads, and list pads. A new selection just came in, so go check them out, including the Enjoy a Laugh humor section with photos from the past. This and more is at Varney Pharmacy in Broken Bow.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Education Secretary Linda McMahon tells Fox her department is cutting more than 1,300 jobs, almost half its staff.
Clearly, we're not taking away education. The president never said that. He's taken the bureaucracy out of education so that more money flows to the states. Better education is closest to the kids.
President Trump's 25% tariffs on all steel and aluminum imports are now in effect. CBS's Weijia Jiang reports the European Union is retaliating.
The EU announced plans to impose counter tariffs on about $28 billion worth of U.S. goods starting in April, saying it must act to protect consumers and businesses.
CBS's Manuel Bojorquez reports police in the Dominican Republic have named a person of interest in the disappearance of University of Pittsburgh spring breaker Sudiksha Kananki.
National Police spokesperson Diego Pesqueira said authorities cannot yet determine if Kananki's disappearance is the result of an accident or foul play.
Kananki has been missing since last Thursday. CBS News Brief. I'm Michael Wallace.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first at 888-ALLSTATE or allstate.com. Like you know to check your sunroof is closed first before driving through the car wash.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, no. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So if you want to save money, check Allstate first at 888-ALLSTATE or allstate.com. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KSMB, Grand Island Fire is still investigating a building fire from last week that caused significant property damage to the interior. Grand Island Fire responded to a structure fire at East 8th and St. Paul Road just before 6 a.m. on Wednesday. GIFD Battalion Chief Justin Ferris said smoke was coming from 3 of the 4 overhead doors. The building was a metal one with 4 suites inside that had 2 separate businesses occupying it. One of the businesses was an auto repair shop and the other was a reseller. Battalion Chief Scott Kuhl said both businesses had severe damage from the heat and smoke, and then they received more damage from the water used to put it out. Kuhl said all the contents inside the repair shop were destroyed, including 2 vehicles as well as tools and equipment. The other business also suffered significant damage as he had storage at the building. Kuhl said there wasn't much damage to the building, but more so to the personal property of those there. The cause remains under investigation, but they believe it may be electrical in nature. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
The Baltimore Ravens agreed to a 1-year deal with wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins. Buffalo will sign defensive end Joey Bosa to a 1-year contract. Quarterback Daniel Jones is signing a 1-year deal with the Colts, and the Vikings are signing defensive tackle Jonathan Allen. In the NHL's late game, Washington was a 7-4 winner at Anaheim. Earlier, Pittsburgh in overtime beat Vegas, Minnesota in a shootout over Colorado, and Carolina won its 5th straight 4-1 over Tampa Bay. To the NBA, Cleveland won its 15th straight game. The Cavs were down by 18 points early in the third quarter and still beat Brooklyn 109-104. Indiana edged Milwaukee 115-114 as Tyrese Halliburton of the Pacers hit the game-winning 4-point play with under 4 seconds left. Victories for Detroit and New Orleans. And in college hoops, Gonzaga won the West Coast Conference Final, beating 19th-ranked St. Mary's 58-51.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A fire weather watch begins at noon tomorrow and continues until 9 p.m. tomorrow night. Cloudy skies with a few peaks of sun today, with daytime highs approaching 71. Northerly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lows around 35 tonight. A dusting of snow Friday night. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Runza is your destination for good times and good food. Delicious burgers, amazing one-of-a-kind Runzas, and great seasonal meals, drinks, and sides. Don't miss Pig in a Blanket days at your local Broken Bow Runza on Highway 2.
8:06. What is it out? What's it really like outside? That's the question. And we have the answer to that because Jack Simpson is right outside here looking at the sky, going to give us sky conditions, feeling the winds, and just getting the real feel of things. So let's find out. Jack, what's it feel like out there?
Well, good morning. It's pretty nice out so far. 36 degrees outside with partly sunny skies. Light and variable winds, barometric pressure at 2970, humidity at 61%. No rain or snow in the last 24 hours. The precipitation for this month will stay 4200s. High yesterday of 59 with overnight low of 35. Sunrise today was at 7:54. Sunset today 7:42.
All right. Is there clouds out there?
There's quite a few clouds. Yep.
How many do you think?
Hard to tell. I do. For those of our Party Line listeners, Brent Apperson will be taking over for me today. So if there's any confusion, that's just yeah.
Confusion?
Yep.
Well. I don't think it'll be too confusing, Jack.
Yeah, I hope not.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yep.
So, light and variable winds. What's the temperature again?
36.
36. All right. Thank you, Jack.
You're welcome.
The judging has started.
Oh, yeah.
The Chocolate Chip Cookie Challenge, first ever at KCNI KBBN Radio. The judging is underway. And did you judge some yesterday?
I had a couple that have been turned in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same here. Same here. They came in early, so they were judged. You don't want to, in fairness, we want to judge them the day they come in.
Yeah, when they're fresh.
When they're fresh.
They come into the studio.
Because we all know that chocolate chip cookies, if you give them a day or two, they get crispy rather than soft and chewy. So we want everybody to have the same, so when you bring them in, we'll do our very best to judge them that day. Now, here are some of the rules. Bring in 6 homemade traditional chocolate chip cookies. No mixes, no nuts, no peanut butter or candy in the cookies. We want the traditional.
And just a straight chocolate chip cookie.
Yep. And they will be judged on color, appearance, taste, chip to dough ratio.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And Jeremy, he has a chart for us.
He does. Yes.
That explains each and every one of those categories with different options and making it really a fair way to judge them, I think. And we're going to do our very best. So thanks to these sponsors who are bringing us the Chocolate Chip Cookie Challenge, RTA's Hardware, Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique, Sargent Corner Market, Nebraska State Bank, The Grocery Cart, Ollie's Coffee and Boutique, and BD. And, of course, thank you to Lyons Appliances for having on hand this wonderful mixer. This is a cast iron black stand-up mixer. It's a tilt head stand mixer that will make up to 9 dozen cookies. And then second prize will be your choice of making a nonprofit or cause donation. So if you have a nonprofit group or a cause that you would like to see money go towards, KCNI, KBBN will donate $500 to your choice, and that's second place. So it is underway. And I like both the cookies yesterday. We're not going to find a bad cookie.
No, I don't think so. No.
So we might put on 10 pounds or so before this is over. But
maybe.
They're very tasty, and it's hard to just eat one.
Yes.
The Knights of Columbus Fish Fries coming up on Friday, and that will be held at St. Joseph's Parish Center. And the Catholic Daughters are also having a bake sale with that. I think that starts right around 5 o'clock or so. And you'll be able to enjoy fish at the Fish Fry put on by the Knights of Columbus. It is, ladies and gentlemen, James Taylor's birthday. Guess how old James is?
Oh, I don't know. In his 80s?
No, he's not 80 yet.
Okay.
He is 77 years young.
Right.
77 years young, James Taylor. So here's little James Taylor for you on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
How sweet
There you go. Celebrating his birthday today, James Taylor here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. And we welcome into the studio now Stuart Fox, who is with us. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Doing really good. We were talking off the air, and I guess something we need to let people know about. Take notice of a new sign.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So, we've never actually had a sign on our building that said Fox Theater. And as of this morning, it's there. It was a surprise to me. We'd ordered it. They said it was going to be installed this week, but I showed up this morning, and lo and behold, it's on the building. So I can't wait to see it lit up at night.
I hope I don't throw you off guard with this question, but how long have we been under the name the Fox Theater?
So we changed from Tiffany to Fox in 2020, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, so 5 years.
5 years, yeah. That's great. Well, I know I speak for many when I say how thankful we are to have the theater here in town, bringing in the top-of-the-line movies. The minute they're released to the nation, they're released to us right here in the area through the Fox Theater, and you've had some good ones that have been showing lately.
We've had some good ones. There's some more good ones coming up. So we've got some good movies right now. A couple of them that'll be sticking around, but I think we got something for everybody. So we've got a PG-13, and an R-rated film right now. There's Night of the Zoopocalypse. So it's a nice children's movie. It'll be here for a couple more days, so I think it ends tomorrow. And then we're also showing Last Breath, which is a true story, trying to rescue a deep-sea diver. Looks like it's pretty intense. And then we've got Mickey 17, which is a little bit of a sci-fi. He's known as what's called an expendable, and they're trying to colonize an ice planet. And looks interesting if you're into sci-fi.
Yeah. I happen to look at what is coming, and what caught my eye is, listen, I grew up, I've always felt that my grandkids have always missed out, because when I was growing up, Saturday morning was the morning.
That's
you
right.
get up, it was Saturday morning cartoons. You just don't have that anymore.
Of course, we only had 3 channels to choose
true,
from.
Yes, exactly. But you would get up in the morning, and one of the cartoons that I think a lot of us watched growing up, it was Looney Tunes.
Right.
Porky Pig, Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny, the whole crew. And I did not know this, but there's a new Looney Tunes movie that's coming out,
called
right?
The Day the Earth Blew Up. Looks good. If your kids haven't been exposed to Looney Tunes, bring them to this movie. We'll have it for a couple weeks. It starts on Friday. I think it looks great.
Yeah. So that's the new one that's coming in this weekend, right? Is Looney Tunes?
Yep.
Okay.
And then the week after that, there's actually a live-action Snow White that's coming out from Disney. So that should be a real big movie that's coming out on the 21st.
Yeah. I've seen previews for it, and Disney has kind of gone this route, right? I mean, with they take the classic animated films that they made years ago and now turn them into basically live-action remakes, which have been outstanding.
Yeah, have done very
right?
well. Yeah. So we're excited for this one. This should be kind of the kickoff to coming into the summer movies, which are always big.
I was going to ask you about that. We're getting close to the summer, what they call the summer blockbusters coming out, right?
Yeah, we're excited for that. It's we're coming out of the slower time of the year, so we're excited for. I think Looney Tunes will do well, and then Snow White I think will do really well. So we're excited to get a few more people back in. I do want to throw a shout out to because we do have a theater in Cozad. Cozad Haymakers made it to state basketball.
Yes, playing today.
They play at 10:45, and for those people that are unable to make the trek down to state, we are showing it at the theater in Cozad.
Wow, their opening round game today?
Yeah, their opening round game is today, and we'll show that on the big screen.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, and it's free admission, and we actually had someone that wanted to sponsor popcorn, so there'll be free popcorn for anybody that comes and watches at the theater today. So.
Well, that's great. Well, here's hoping that they're playing more than just today.
Hope so, yeah. They've got a tough draw. I think
Yeah.
Ashland Greenwood, which
I think
has
so.
had a lot of success down there. So, should be a great game.
All right. Well, that's fantastic. And, of course, you have the theater in Central City as well. And I know that all 3 have been going really well for you.
Yeah,
right?
It's done really good, especially coming out of COVID. We went through some tough times with that, and we're expecting 2025 to be a good year for us.
Are we past that, Stuart? I mean, from your business, you talked about the way, and it disrupted a lot of things, but certainly with your business, the movie theaters and everything, some of which didn't survive that
Right.
time period. You guys did. We're so thankful for that. But just the movie industry as a whole, have we kind of got past that? It seems like maybe we have, but you would know more about that
Yeah,
than I would.
we're not back to where we were, what I would say 2019,
Yeah.
pre-COVID. We've survived. I'm not sure how. There's a lot of business. I think last year we were still about 80% of, attendance-wise was about 80% of 2019. So if you think about that, most businesses probably couldn't survive at those levels. For our theaters, we put together the local advertising dollars. It helps to support the operations of the theater. Without that, we obviously we have to charge a lot higher prices, but that's helped us get through. But there are a lot of theaters that have closed. The Kearney Cinema 8 was one that closed. But there's also been a lot that have closed and then have reopened. Grand Island's about ready to get a new theater, I've heard, in a month or two. I think it's supposed to open back up there at the old mall, where the Conestoga Mall was. So that'll be good for Grand Island because they haven't had full-time theater there for several years. So it's coming back, but it's it will only come back if people come to the movies.
Yeah.
And so it is important to if you do want a movie theater in your community to come and support those. And go to the movies, but also buy some concessions, and then of course, if you see like at our theaters, the local advertisers, please support those. Please let them know that you've seen their ad at the theater, because honestly, we wouldn't be here without that.
Yeah. Not only does the Fox Theater provide great entertainment in bringing the top movies week after week, but theaters open for rental. I mean, if people want to throw a party or anything like that, you're more than open to that. I know that you've had businesses, I think, even take advantage.
Yeah, we do a lot of
facility.
of birthday parties, but then businesses can rent the theater. It's great to have a meeting, especially with the comfortable seating. The Nebraska State Bank, we do quarterly meetings over there, and it's a nice treat. We buy everybody pop and popcorn, and then they can listen to me for go on for an hour.
Yeah.
But it works out well. It is a nice space, good acoustics, and of course comfortable seating, and then of course you can use the projector if you need to. Basically, you think of the projector as a computer. So if you can do it on a computer, you can do it on our screen.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of opportunities out there for people to rent the theater.
Yeah, great. Anything else that you wanted to mention that we haven't touched on?
Just remember the Tuesday nights we do the free popcorn.
Yes.
So sponsored by Nebraska State Bank, and then today is Wednesday, but Wednesdays and Thursdays, if you print off or show the Facebook coupon that we've got out there, you do get in for the matinee price of $6.50. So all you got to do is just show us that coupon, and I bet if you just mentioned, hey, I want the Facebook discount when you come to the theater, I bet they'd probably give it to you then as well.
All right, sounds good. Always great to have you in, and we'll look for the new sign.
Yes.
And we appreciate you coming in to talk about the Fox Theater.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Stuart Fox, our guest on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
It's cattle mineral sale time at Evans Feed Company. They have it all. High Phos, High Mag, Biomass, Vitaferm, Yearling, Fly Control, Chelated, and Balancer Minerals. On sale now at Evans Feed. Save good money on quality cattle minerals. They'll deliver product as needed this spring and summer, along with salt products too. Good cattle minerals are a good investment. See Central Nebraska's Cattle Mineral Connection, Evans Feed, and save money on quality cattle minerals. 1-800-830-2119. Evans Feed, serving Central Nebraska's beef producers.
Hey, so you're a hardworking individual with no direct deposit. Not a problem. You still deserve free checking. Come visit us at any Nebraska State Bank location in Broken Bow, Callaway, or Myrna. We'll help you choose an account that best suits you and your current needs. No direct deposit needed. You'll even get free online and mobile banking because you deserve it. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
You're waking up with The Breakfast Show, KCNI, KBBN Radio.
I love it.
Tough jobs day in and day out. Check out the 2025 lineups as you tackle your spring projects with Agland ATV and Broken Bow. Always wear a helmet, never drink and ride.
Online at aglandatv.net. Agland ATV, Broken Bow.
Think spring thoughts and shop at the Secret Garden this month. All March long, when you find an item with green in their store, you'll know that it's 15% off. That includes your pre-orders of spring plants and any decor throughout the store. Swing over to thesecretgardenonline.com and shop there as well. And don't forget to browse the sympathy section while you're in. Think spring and green at the Secret Garden, just west of Myrna on Highway 92. Watch for the sign to turn north.
Are your aches and pains preventing you from doing the things you love? Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111. We offer complete one-on-one physical therapy for you. Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111. Team Physical Therapy is known as the best hands in town and will help you achieve your goals to keep you moving. Call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
Moline Seed and Fence was founded by the Moline family in 2014 southwest of Callaway with a simple concept: to serve farmers and ranchers by providing quality fencing and livestock supplies. They continue to meet the demands of all livestock producers, providing watering and fencing products of all kinds, from barbed wire to hedge posts, creosote post pipes, and panels. Give Moline Seed and Fence a call and have their team help you lay out your next project. Call 308-529-0781 or visit them on their web at molineseedandfence.com.
Hi, I'm Brady Beecham, Chief Medical Officer at Gothenburg Health, where we're doing what we can to make healthcare easier to access and more affordable. We've expanded our direct access testing. This lets you access critical tests like hormone panels, wellness profiles, even heart screenings with a cash price. No insurance or doctor visit required. With 34 offerings, people can get information and take steps towards a healthier future. At Gothenburg Health, we're helping people live their best lives. For more information, visit gothenburghealth.org.
Brent with you back here in the studio. Dave is making his way to Varney Pharmacy in downtown Broken Bow. We'll be finding out what's happening there here coming up in just a few minutes, so stay tuned for that. Later in the show, we expect a visit from the Ansley Business Club. They have a new business that they've put together. They are selling graduation announcements, and we're going to find out more about that and how that project started and came to be about. We'll find out about that once we move into the 9 o'clock hour. Hey, coming up on Friday, here's an opportunity for you to have a great time and enjoy great music. Head on over to Sylvester's on Friday night. That'll be the place to be, as coming back to perform is Tim Zock. You know Tim, he's going to bring the energy. Just make sure you're there for it. And the fuel for the night, we're told, is Jell-O shots. So there you go, the music of Tim Zock and Jell-O shots at Sylvester's in Broken Bow coming up on Friday night. Friday night is also serving as Tim's release date of his new single that he'll perform for you. It's called How I Was Raised. That's right, you'll be able to see it played live and in person at Sylvester's if you come out on Friday. Roll through this Wednesday together on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Hey, but before we get too far along here, I wanted to just note, I don't know if the guys got up early. They must have, because they've been sweeping the streets with a sweeper. It looks great here in town. They're getting all of the parking spots cleaned and so forth, and they've got to be doing that a little bit early in the morning. Looks like they were out early doing that today. It looks good.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
That does look good. It makes a big difference because, like you said, we have all the debris from winter and that last snows that we had, and it just gets trapped.
Looks nice. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you for your hard work.
Appreciate that.
Yes.
So, spring has sprung.
Well, we'll hope so.
And you got your St. Patty's shirt on.
It's one of my favorite times.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And even as a kid, we celebrated St. Patty's Day. My dad would always dye his hair green on St. Patty's Day. That was a lot of years ago, too.
Yeah.
And go to work with green hair, and we always, we greened it up.
That's all right.
Danced a jig.
I think a lot of us like it because of the Irish side of it, but maybe we like it just because it is greens going into spring.
Yes.
It just feels good.
It does. It really does.
So at Varney Health Mart, question I would ask, because I know there's a lot of and hopefully not as much flu and all those sorts of things still going on.
It is still going on. It's let up a little, but we're still seeing the influenza, the COVID, bad colds that hang on, or you feel like you're better for a week and then they come right back, sinus infections.
And now, just in time to add to that, the bloom is on. You can see the bloom is starting in the trees if that they don't get froze back off.
Yes.
So we were sitting out on the porch the other evening and noticing that our eyes were beginning to burn just a little bit and kind of plugging up, I guess, for lack of a better term. So allergies are going to be kicking back up if they ever quit.
I know, and it seems like they never quit anymore. I tried to go 1 week. I did a test on myself. I went 1 week without my allergy pills, and I can't do it. I used to just have to take them once in a while, and now I have all year long.
Yeah.
And I hear that a lot from our customers.
I think a lot of people just take one when they take the rest of their meds in the morning anymore.
Yep. And that's what I do. And another thing that's always good with your allergies, there's a saline mist spray that you can use in your nose that helps keep it moisturized and kind of clean it out a little bit if you don't like using the neti pots and that. But it helps. And I know my doctor has always told me if you can't use anything for your allergies or you don't like taking pills, the nasal sprays are really a good thing to use.
So that's an alternative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Plenty on hand, well stocked for all of that.
Yes.
And we'll just have to get through it.
Yes, and we will.
So what's going on the floor here on the store side?
Well, I have gotten a few new things in. I'm waiting on orders to come in, and one of my orders that came in had a whole lot of back orders, and I was kind of disappointed in that. But we're standing here in front of the ties, and they're the plush toys that make just great gifts, and they're fun. They have the big googly eyes. Some don't, like our like the Marvel characters, the Spider-Man. We have Stitch here. I only have 3 of the Easter bunnies left, but I'm hoping to get more in as long as it's not a back order.
Gosh, these are popular, aren't they?
These are really popular. So those are new. We have the Easter bunny. We have a little Easter chick that's holding an egg. I have Spider-Man back in, Stitch. I have Blue's Clues. I can't think of this is the Paw Patrol guy. I was going to say, I can't think of his name, but he's Paw Patrol with the blue hat. That's Chase.
Chase?
Yes.
Now, I have to ask you this question because this would really be a big hit. These little chickens, do they lay eggs? Because if they do...
I don't know how to advertise that. It is holding an egg.
It is.
You can't eat it.
You can't eat
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they'd be worth about $8 more per dozen.
Yeah, they would be.
But these are soft. Kids love them. You can get them with the big eyes and or not, as you say.
Yes.
All animals and all different
characters. We have the
characters.
Highlander cow. We have this little monkey is so soft. We have the turtles. And then that's the smaller ones. Mm-hmm. And I did get some larger ones. I got Dumbo back, and that always makes a good little baby gift. And then I did get like the plush tigers. There's a cute little pig. And they're soft, and they're a good size for, say, a toddler. They can use them as a pillow or just
Well,
love
let's
them.
face it. Let's just face it. There's an awful lot of kids that have beds full of soft, cuddly things. They don't just usually have one anymore. They have an array of different characters in their sleeping quarters there, and it's fun to see, really.
It is fun to see. And Dave, I still like my plush. I have 3 monkeys in my kitchen right now with St. Patty's Day hats on.
Oh.
And shamrocks.
So these are tested, folks.
They are tested, and we love them.
Julie doesn't sell anything hardly that she hasn't tested.
That's correct. And another thing I wanted to say about the plush ties that are kind of like a little pillow, they're wonderful for somebody that's in like the nursing home or has dementia. They love to hold something. And these, there's nothing on them that will come off or that would hurt them.
Okay. And I noticed on the tag on these little ones, too, they have a safety message on the tags themselves. So they're very aware of having these be safe for anyone.
That's correct.
Even someone Julie's age who
Yes. That you never know what Julie might do.
That's true.
So get her something safe.
That is a fact.
Dave, don't back me up so much.
No, that's good. That's a good thing.
Okay. I'm just going to come over here because on one of the orders that came in a couple days ago, we got metal butterflies.
Nice.
They are nice. You can hang them outside. You can hang them in your house. I think I ordered 10 things, and that's all that came in.
That's got to be frustrating. But
it is frustrating.
Hopefully they'll follow up with filling in that back order.
I hope so.
And you have the garden flags as well.
Yes, I thought that'd be kind of pretty if you had the garden flag that has the butterfly on them, or butterflies, and then maybe on your house you put 1 or 2 of the butterflies that match the garden flag. It'd just be pretty.
And they're metal, so you can do a lot of different things with them. But they're very,
and
very
they're
nice.
colorful. We have blue, purple, red. I have some on the other wall back there that are yellow and multicolor.
Okay, all right.
Yes. And then, along with that, yesterday, our baker's chocolate came in, our large bags. So those came in, and then also the Russell Stovers came in. So it's all fresh. We did get the milk chocolate crosses that they have, which I think is a really nice Easter gift. I know Easter's a little ways away, but I think these are nice for, just even a little thank you, or I'm thinking of you.
I can't think of a grandmother that wouldn't like those.
Yeah.
And by
They're
the
under
way,
$2.
Grandmothers love chocolate.
Yes. I'm a grandma. I like chocolate. Everybody. Yeah, Debbie
Deb loves
says
chocolate.
everybody loves chocolate. And I think Debbie's got a good supply of cards in right now.
Oh, I do. You betcha.
It looks like you're pretty well stocked up again, and Easter cards and so forth.
Exactly. And we do have Mother's Day cards in. I just haven't placed them on the wall yet, but they're coming.
Okay.
And I even have St. Patrick's Day cards.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Gosh, I'm glad you mentioned Mother's Day. That's coming up.
It is.
Well, it will be
Father's
here.
Day, and here we go. We'll be into June before we know it. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And something else. We carry stickers here, and I don't know if I ever mentioned them on the radio, but we sell through them pretty quick, and I have ordered some new ones in, so we have some kind of snarky ones, and then like this one. I had my patience tested. I'm negative.
I like that one.
Silently correcting your grammar.
The answer is nope.
All negative vibes will be returned to the sender.
I like that one.
I do too. And then we have a cute one with the Highlander cow, just a really cute picture of the Highlander mom with the calf, and then a red barn with a couple chickens. And then next, if you put this red barn with the chickens on your cup, around on the other side of the cup, there's another sticker with a chicken on it that says, "I'm fluent in foul language." FOWL.
There you go. Have fun with those, folks.
Those are fun.
Very affordable, too.
Oh, yes. And then right behind you, we got a new order of puzzles in, and people love our puzzles. They're a work of art, really. The pictures are so pretty on them. We have a honeybee farm. There's one with some kittens that are sitting on some fabric that with the scissors and the yarn on it.
Those are great. Horses are always, people love putting puzzles together with horses and watch them become a picture. There's one of a wolf, too.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah. Trains, which some people like trains. I know former longtime owner and manager here at Barney Health Mart, Rand Barney, loved trains, and I bet he would love putting together a puzzle like that. It's called Autumn Mist. You've got colorful cardinals there.
Yes.
Brent, there's a cardinal for you. You could put a puzzle together and then match it with the birds in Brent's yard.
Yeah, and if he puts those bathtubs out there, he could put those shepherd hooks in them and hang bird feeders off of them.
Right there in the tub.
Yes.
I love that idea.
Isn't
Thanks,
that a great
Julie.
idea? Well, and another thing, if he got black oil sunflower seeds, they would fall into the tub, and then he could grow sunflowers out of there that would feed the birds.
The benefits are endless.
Yes, they are.
Endless, Brent. There's a butterfly one, too. That's cool.
Isn't that pretty? Yeah.
Art by John Stewart. That's interesting. So that's all puzzles.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What else should we talk about, Dave? Oh, compression socks. I do have some new compression socks coming in with the Vim and Vigor. They have patterns on them. There's 3 different fabrics. There's a cotton, there's a nylon, like a moisture-wicking nylon, and then there's also a merino wool that I do have customers that love the wool. It does not itch. It's a really nice.
They've come a long way with compression socks, haven't they? Because
yes, they have.
When you first think about compression socks, you think about this maybe off-white, kind of plain, not so attractive sock. Look at these. These are great designs.
They are, but you talk about those white ones. We do still carry those.
Okay. Those are handy,
preference.
like after surgery and that sort of thing, right?
Yes. And then we do have the nylon ones for men and women in different colors. The men's are always black. And the women can get like a flesh color, or they can get black. And we do have the knee-high and thigh-high ones.
Okay, these go up depending on what surgery you have or what you're trying to compress. So you've got
right. I mean, you might be having leg cramps, varicose veins. They're really helpful. And then right next to those, we have some that are the Dr. Comfort ones, and they're shaped to fit. They're a sock. They're not a compression sock, but they will say if your legs swell and you don't really need the compression, they will give you with your legs. They're great for people with diabetes.
Okay.
I actually am wearing a pair today just because I love these. I go between these and the Vim and Vigor compression socks.
Well, you're like a lot of people. You have a job where you're on your feet all the time.
Yeah, and I get bad cramps at night.
Yeah.
So, and I know Marge wears them every day. She swears by them. We sell a lot of them. It's a good brand.
Because pharmacists, they don't sit either. They stand all day. So.
No, look at her.
Yeah, she's working hard.
Hi,
Marge.
Hi, David.
How are you?
I'm well, and you?
Well, yeah, good. Yep. Everything's fine.
Wonderful.
Yes. Hannah?
Yes.
What are you up to? Can I feel your muscles? Just give me that bicep.
Sure.
Jiminy Christmas.
You want to compare mine to hers? Don't say anything.
I'm sorry, Julie.
Well, see all this flab down here? These are angel wings, Dave.
That's what they're. I have those too.
You do see both angels. What the heck?
If you don't know, Hannah's she's quite a physical fitness person.
Yes, she is,
Yeah.
and she works very hard at it.
And I notice she's trying to help other people.
Yes.
Maybe get some of those same things going on to keep her health up. So thanks, Hannah.
Yes,
Very
thank
nice
you.
of you to do that.
Always.
Yeah. You should do one for fishermen.
Oh?
Yeah. You could cast farther if you're stronger, type of thing.
There you go. Yeah, work those back muscles and get the cast out there stronger.
There you go.
Yeah, you're onto something, Dave.
And maybe not drink beer while you're fishing.
Well, that's true too.
Julie, thanks so much.
Oh, thank you, Dave.
It's always fun.
Yes.
You're a good gal, and they're hard to find.
Well, thank you.
Great crew here, and they're busy behind the counter where the pharmaceuticals are put together and dispensed to the people. But always know that you can come in and talk to the pharmacist here. If you're taking other medications and maybe you've been subscribed a new one, you always want to check with your pharmacist before you maybe make sure you're not crossing things up.
Right, and never, ever, ever think you shouldn't ask or
Right.
think, oh, they're too busy, I don't want to interfere. No, you ask us. That's what we're here for. We want to help you. And if you need to get something over the counter and you're taking prescriptions, it's always a good idea to make sure that it's not going to interfere with what you're taking as a prescription.
Thank you, Julie.
You're welcome.
And thank you, folks, for listening. Stop into Varney's and check all of this out and much, much more. Back to you, Brent.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. Thank you, Julie, and we encourage you to swing on down and check out all of the things happening at Varney Pharmacy. All right, as we approach 9 o'clock, we want to take just a moment here and remind you that in the city of Broken Bow, there will be areas of the city that will be experiencing some outages in electricity today as they work on electric conversions as, again, we just kind of try to rebound from the awful events of a few weeks ago with the power plant explosion. Today, now until about 4:30 today, you can expect outages between North 9th and 10th in Broken Bow today, followed by outages between North 10th and 11th. Those will be happening today, now until about 4:30 is what they expect. And then tomorrow, March 13th, outages will be between North 11th and North 12th, starting at 8:30 tomorrow and lasting until about noon tomorrow. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention again. If you're in those areas, don't be surprised if you're experiencing some outages during the course of the day. All right, let's play a little music here as we get you to the top of the hour. It's the Eagles. Kind of, describes me. Just too busy being fabulous.
That was all she wrote.
every driver has to pay every year. Prices for motor vehicle insurance up by 11.1% from a year ago.
Egg prices are up 59%. CBS News Brief, I'm Michael Wallace.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let the tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
The Baltimore Ravens agreed to a one-year deal with wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins. Buffalo will sign defensive end Joey Bosa to a one-year contract. Quarterback Daniel Jones is signing a one-year deal with the Colts, and the Vikings are signing defensive tackle Jonathan Allen. In the NHL's late game, Washington was a 7-4 winner at Anaheim. Earlier, Pittsburgh in overtime beat Vegas, Minnesota in a shootout over Colorado, and Carolina won its fifth straight 4-1 over Tampa Bay. To the NBA, Cleveland won its 15th straight game. The Cavs were down by 18 points early in the third quarter and still beat Brooklyn 109-104. Indiana edged Milwaukee 115-114 as Tyrese Halliburton of the Pacers hit the game-winning four-point play with under 4 seconds left. Victories for Detroit and New Orleans. And in college hoops, Gonzaga won the West Coast Conference Final, beating 19th-ranked St. Mary's 58-51.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A fire weather watch begins at noon tomorrow and continues until 9 p.m. tomorrow night. Cloudy skies with a few peaks of sun today, with daytime highs approaching 71. Northerly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lows around 35 tonight. A dusting of snow Friday night. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
From delicious burgers and chicken strips to cones, shakes, and blizzards, truly something for everyone. Visit your local Dairy Queen on West Highway 2 in Broken Bow and feed your cravings. They look forward to seeing you soon.
What we're going to be talking about here today, and it is a business in school, and we're very excited about that. And we have the instructor of the business class, also heading up the Ansley Business Club, I assume, Troy Shermer. How you doing, Troy? Good. Good deal. Start out, if you would. We'll start with you, and we want to get to your students here in a moment. Talk about how this all came about, if you would.
Okay, so we kind of have a backstory, and it goes all the way back to Kira's brother, Tyson, and we had her brother and Jeffrey Cunningham and Colin and Hunter Earhart. It was probably about 6 years ago, and we were just in a class, and we started talking about doing a business, and so it didn't go too far until we were able to get some merchandise from the school that they had ordered to do a store a couple years earlier, and so we kind of bought it wholesale from them and sold it and raised some money. And it died off for a couple years, and Carly Bailey, my stepdaughter, was in one of my classes alone, and we just started, again, kind of that conversation about entrepreneurship, and we were able to, through a loan, get a vinyl cutter and a heat press and some materials, and we started making shirts, and we just started selling. It was about 2001, November 2001, just started selling shirts, and we were able to keep busy between the two of us, and from that process, we started thinking about other ideas and actually creating a true business out of it. And so we've expanded to where we now have a laser engraver that we can engrave plaques or wood or glass. We have still our vinyl cutters and stuff like that, and we've also developed a relationship with a business that allows us to print on really expensive printers, and we can drop ship many different products from like acrylics with standoffs to banners. We can do any size of banners. We have the ability to do one of the things we're pushing right now is our grad invites. These are high quality premium cardstock, professionally printed, that we can drop ship to anywhere in the United States. And so we have a wide variety of products that we can do as far as signage and stuff like that. And we've even done parking lot signs for a business in Nashville, Tennessee, a dentist office in Nashville, Tennessee.
Gosh.
And so we've been able, we actually have done business in some sort in Kansas, South Dakota, and Nashville. And so we do have that ability, and we're slowly trying to creep to that point where we're not just able to do local stuff, but we can actually get stuff set up out on the internet that allows us to grab business everywhere in the United States.
Now, Brent, who
Yes.
would have thought Ansley School would be selling products and services in Nashville?
Yeah, well, that would be one of my questions. How were those contacts made? You know what I'm saying?
Yep. No, that's a great question. That contact was made through a friend that lives down in Nashville, and so we've done a lot of business for them, from banners that they still contact us to today, and banners, and at that moment they wanted parking lot signs that people could come in and like take pictures with. It had kind of cute sayings on them about the dentist and stuff like that, and so designed those, and they're actually true aluminum signs, and we did some other signage for their parking lot so people knew which way to go and things like that. But just through that connection, and they loved our products and said they're really nice quality, and so we were able to kind of keep that connection. And so so far no one's complained to me on the quality of our products.
I'm sure not.
Well, let's talk with your students, if we may,
Sure.
about maybe how they got involved and what they're learning from this, because this is not only a way to reach out and sell products, I'm sure you're interested in what this offers the students as far as learning about.
Yes, I'd love
running
to
a
hear
business.
what they've learned so far.
Okay. So go ahead and introduce yourself, first and last name, if you would.
I'm Kira Bailey. And I'm Garrity Smith.
Okay, Garrity and Kira, good to have you here. Kira, let's start with you. First of all, what grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore, so I'm in 10th grade.
You're in 10th grade. All right. So what got you interested in this?
So my freshman year, I took an intro to business class with him, and there were a couple of days where we'd get to make shirts. So like this shirt I made last year, and I was pretty interested in that. And so I talked to him about having like a free period, maybe my sophomore year, and getting to just intern for the business. And so he said that would pretty much work any period that I could. So this year I just have like my 4th period. It's just me in the class, and so I get to do like designing shirts and designing cards, and I get to help with the finances too. So like entering bills and invoices and sending those, and I get to see how it works behind the business.
She's not getting away from me for 2 more years because she's doing some of the book stuff, and she's she's currently in an accounting class with me. So
okay,
I'm not going to let her get away from me.
I don't blame you. There's not a business out there that will run profitably with a profit and run successfully if it doesn't have the bookkeeping side of it taken care of. So if you don't have that, you won't be able to do the rest of it. So it's very important, and evidently you kind of like that.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
Okay, all right. And you, young lady, how'd you get involved?
I'm also a sophomore, and this year, my 5th period class, and I kind of needed a class for that, so I decided to do entrepreneurship with Mr. Shermer, and that class is just kind of working in the business, like what it's like to work in a business. And yeah. And what have you found out maybe that's surprising to you? I don't know. A lot of times people say, well, business can be pretty boring. I'd rather go play sports. I'd rather go do something on my own. What did you find out about business that might be more interesting than you thought? What I found more interesting is like that I've done a lot of work in his class, and I think it's interesting how much like work goes into this business and how much like we students need to do to help Mr. Shermer.
And do you think you are maybe learning a little bit more because you're hands-on, you're actually doing these things rather than just learning about them? Does that help?
Yeah, it definitely does help because it just teaches me how much work and how much effort it does to take to build the business. Yeah.
I think hands-on is always good. So do you find that to be the case?
Yeah, it's great experience for them, and it's skills that they're able. I mean, my goal is I hope I hear from them in 10 years that they started some kind of business that incorporated some of these skills, because we do such a wide variety of things. But the biggest thing, my whole purpose about this is, I've had kids say, Mr. Shermer, what are you getting out of this? And I'm like, nothing. Like, I'm getting out of this, like, all I'm doing is putting in this time because I want to see you succeed. And most importantly, and we haven't talked about this yet, almost the majority of what we make goes to these students for scholarships in college. We've already been able to allocate about $4,000 in scholarships just in the short time that we've done it over the last couple of years. That's not including this current year. And so we'll probably be somewhere between $6,000 and $7,000 of scholarships in the last 3 years that we're able to hand out to these students over the time. So they're not getting paid, they're getting experience, and their pay comes when they go off to college, and I'm able to have a check sent to their college to help them with their education.
Yeah, that's huge. It's also sometimes just an encouragement. It costs a lot of money to go to school, so that scholarship will help, but maybe as importantly, it's, you can do it. We believe in you. You're going to take the scholarship and use it.
And that's, as a teacher, that's what we want to see. We're in it to see kids succeed in life, and that's definitely one step, whether it's a community college, tech college or four-year college, we want to see them go on. And a lot of people, it's kind of funny, the stigma. They got the experience this year of what happens sometimes at games when we set up a booth and we're selling something. People, like, they'll make a V line way around and try not to make eye contact. So they've kind of got that experience in there, and we kind of giggle about it. But one of the things that you would think, okay, we're trying to make a profit, school things are marked up. One of the things we're pushing right now are graduation invites, and we can do it cheaper, shipped to people's houses than they would find at Shutterfly by far. We're probably 60% the cost of Shutterfly. We're cheaper than Walmart on most things, even on something like that. And it's high quality professional printed stuff.
Yeah.
And it's, people don't understand the banners that we do. Like, we would be some of the cheapest that you would be able to find in the area, and we're able to do that. And sometimes people kind of, their impression is perception,
right,
is that, oh gosh, it's a school, I'm going to pay an arm and a leg for, donating into them. But we do a professional product, and it is about as low as you're going to find.
So basically you're talking about a wide variety of things here that you can retail out at lower prices than competitors, but high quality.
Yes, we do. And so with this relationship that we created for the print services, that's opened up a ton of doors. And so we have to build, everyone's new this year, and so we don't have any experience coming back.
Okay.
So we're kind of building up again. But over the next couple of years, 3 years, we hope to expand out our website. We have a website, AnsleyBusinessClub.com, that they can go to and look at our grad invites and the system we have set up that allows, we have some other products on there, but we haven't been able to really build that out because we had to learn a lot of things to start the year.
Yeah, with new students. And
yes.
Yeah. Do you have any questions, Brent?
Well, yeah, just looking at a list of things that you guys do and what we've talked about, the graduation announcements, but I see signs and banners. Designing is a big part of this, right?
Yep.
So talk a little bit about that. Do you guys and your classmates come up with the designs, or and do you kind of have an interest in the graphic design portion of what you're doing?
Yeah, we come up so for graduation announcements and any invites that people might want, like for an open house for a business, we'll come up with those designs on Canva, and they have layouts that we can already use, or we can just make one from scratch. And then we have a program on our computer to design the shirts. And so people can just send us in designs of shirts that they like, or we can create it from scratch like they want us to.
Now, you guys are wearing shirts with the Ansley Business Club logo. I think maybe you even said this earlier in the interview. You designed that logo, right?
I didn't design the logo.
That was pre-designed?
Yes.
Okay.
A few years ago we designed that, so
yeah,
they weren't quite in high school yet.
Yeah.
We did cut the design out ourselves though, and then print it onto the shirt.
Did you?
So
yeah.
I'm curious. Mr. Sherman was talking about when you have your booth set up and you're selling these things, or you have them on display, and you notice that people don't make eye contact, and that's really a very good business lesson right there, because when you're basically in a retail position, or we find it when we go out, we'll just kind of team up and talk about it here. When we go out, sometimes even to give people a chance to win things, a registration, and we set up a booth after a parade or something like that, and people kind of walk by and kind of look and go, what's this going to cost me, right? They want to know what they're getting into. So do you get a conversation going with people? Do they ask questions? How does it work for you?
Well, we've set up at a lot of football games, and no matter how much we make eye contact and smile, they all just don't come over. And we've tried to make conversations, but yeah.
There's an art to it, I think, when you're in that situation, and we're all a little, I don't know, we're just more careful these days, I think, than we maybe once was when it comes to that situation. But it's good for you. It's good for you guys to see that and learn how to get past that, I think.
Yeah, a lot of people are surprisingly scared of high school girls.
Well, they know you're convincing. That's why. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great story. But gosh, all the different things that you guys can make at very affordable prices, and then the bookkeeping side of it. You think you'll stay with it all the way through till you graduate?
Yeah, I know I will.
Yeah.
I probably will, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And you're sophomores, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a tough question, but now that you're in the business class, does that change your plans a little bit for maybe after you graduate, or do you have already some goals set up for what you're gonna do after you graduate? I know it's early.
I wouldn't say I have like a concrete plan of exactly what I want to do, but I do think designing like these graduation cards and these shirts, I do like the graphic design aspect of it, and I think I could see myself going into something like that, or just doing the bookkeeping for a regular business. I think I could see myself doing.
You can get a job anywhere if you can take care of somebody's books, no doubt about that, or your own when you start your own business, right, Troy?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So let's run through again. Right now, you're really promoting graduation invitations, and your website is the way to start.
Yeah, I think going to our website and looking, there's a little tab up top, AnsleyBusinessClub.com, graduation cards. We have two options where they can go and design it themselves. There's a program out there. Canva allows you to do a lot of Canva.com. Allows you to do, it's on our website in those areas. It allows you to do a lot of your own stuff. A lot of moms like to do that and design the card and get it done. They can send it to us, and we can just have it printed and sent to them. We're not able to do envelopes right now. If you want envelopes, you have to stop by our school, and we are able to sell envelopes for about 10 cents each. And we get everything we do is the high quality stuff. And then if they want us to design it, they can find something on a different site, send us a picture. We kind of like this. Can you change this or adjust this? For $10 more, we can go ahead and just lay out that design and do that design for them and have them verify everything's good, and then have that printed and shipped to their house. The shipping isn't any extra cost. We don't have to charge any sales tax. So the price you see is the price you get off of our website. There's no other charge to it. It's going to come to your house for that price. And so it's, we can do business cards. We can do, there's a lot of things that we can do based off of that. Hopefully we're able to expand our site a little bit more. But right now, we just want to get the message out that we can do these invitations. I'm a big penny pincher, so I always try to. So I'm always myself trying to get the best deal on everything, and I just want to get that and make people aware that we're able to save them a lot of money on grad invites, and I can promise you're not getting any less quality than you would anywhere else, and maybe even better.
Even better. Also, not just be. I want to make sure it's Ansley Schools. It's the Ansley Business Group, but I would think parents within the sound of our voice right now, anywhere, can make the purchase. There's going to be a lot of graduations coming up all over very, very soon. Why not save a little money, have good quality, and spend some money right here in Custer County, right?
Yeah, and you can get banners if you want banners to hang up at your graduation party, and we can do that, and they can be shipped to your house. It's a great opportunity to save money and support these students that are basically going to get the profits. One of the great things I've told them, but they probably didn't hear it, but the seniors that are in my class are actually able to do their invites, create them, and they get them for cost.
So
when they're seniors, they are able to do these invites. They get them for cost, whatever it costs the business, they get those, and so they're able to do them for inexpensive. And so one of the we try to give perks through the process of not being able to literally pay them on a payroll, but sometimes kids don't realize they're actually making money when they're not receiving
Yeah, the
$20 bills or
exactly. And with that, you have to keep in mind there's scholarships down the road as well from the money you guys make.
Yeah, and on the website there's my contact, so people who want to order something or anything we've mentioned, plaques, whatever it is, if it's a graduation card, just email me and I'll walk them through the process, help them out, and we can do this. We can send this anywhere.
Yeah,
whether
anywhere.
It's
so
California, Florida, Texas, we can do this anywhere.
Okay.
So what is the turnaround time then on the product? I mean, how soon do people need to get signed up or registered, not just for graduation announcements, but for anything that you guys do? Is there? I assume there's some turnaround time.
There is. If you sent me a card tomorrow morning, I would have a good chance to have it to you no later than Monday afternoon.
Wow.
If it was pre-designed. We need about a week to design it, so about a week and a half time to 2 weeks time if we have to design it, depending how busy we are at the time. But if you pre-design it, there's a chance I could have it to you in 2 days, but we almost can guarantee that you'll have it within 3 days.
Wow.
At your house.
Okay, very good. Gosh, it's been fun having you guys in. I just wanted you ladies to know that do you get along with Mrs. Burney all right?
Yeah. Well, is that a bad thing? Should I say no?
You do get along with her?
Yes.
Okay, if you have any trouble with her, let me know.
Okay.
I think I can get her straightened out. All right. Guys, thanks for coming in. Folks, take advantage of this. The banner here, Eat, Drink, and Be Dairy. I like that one from made by the Ansley School. And a lot of different sizes of banners. I'm sure you can make it about any size. And the materials, nice canvas there. And then window decals, engraving, all
car
of those
magnets.
things.
Yeah. In fact, we did a banner that was 8 feet by 10 feet for a graduation last year.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of goes into a graduation anymore. A lot of decoration, lots of pictures, lots of things, and you can really dress it up for them at a really great price. Now, another last question. You both look like you're kind of tall and slender girls. So, are you basketball players, wrestlers, just business ladies? What's?
We both play volleyball and basketball,
and I do track.
You do track as well?
Yep.
What do you do in track?
Distance.
I wondered about that. Brent, you'll probably be calling these names out very soon.
Already have.
Already have.
And Gary got called tall.
Yeah. I've never been called tall in my life.
You're going to need to sit up a bit straighter.
No. Thanks for coming in. The Ansley Business Club, Custom Creations, ready to go to work for you folks. It's right there in Ansley Schools, and we'll help out the kids, scholarships, learn how to run a business. It's fantastic. And Mr. Shermer, thanks a lot for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having us in. Hopefully we can do this again.
Yeah, come back.
Thank you.
And again, if Mrs. Burney gives you any trouble, I'm the guy. I can take care of it for you. Here's Eric Clapton on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Rock and Roll Heart, Eric Clapton. Good to have you along. About ready to conclude the show. I do see a note over here, though.
Yes, that was brought in by Tina. Apparently, she took a phone call from one of our wonderful listeners, and they had that question for you.
Let's see here. How many bird feeders does Dave have? We're just about out of time.
And how many bathtub feeders? That would be another question I have.
No bathtub feeders as yet.
Oh.
I thought we had 2 bird feeders.
Yeah.
But we just have one.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one on the tree and then on a stand, and I think we just have the one on the stand now. My wife corrected me when I got home the other day. She says, we don't have 2 bird feeders, Dave. We have one.
I love the way your wife keeps you honest. I do.
Well, yeah.
We love you, Joan.
Yeah. Yeah, Joan. Thanks a lot. So, that came from Mickey. Mickey, I've got 1 bird feeder, and it also is a part-time squirrel feeder.
Yes, sometimes they are, aren't they?
We have a squirrel in our neighborhood now without a tail.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
He hits the bird feeder quite a bit.
Yeah.
And you'd think without a tail, a squirrel would not have its balance, but it's evidently made its adjustments because it comes across the wires down the tree and robs the seed out of the feeder.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think we had some good ideas from Julie down at Varney Health Mart. Bless you.
Sorry.
With the thought she had about sprucing up those bathtubs just a little bit with the hooks, and you could have, all sorts of additions to those tubs. So the dream continues about the birds and the bees at Brent's place.
Your dream.
Your bad dream, my good dream.
Yeah. My nightmare.
Now, I understand you're going to be doing Party Line today.
I am, yes. I'm the... Well, I used to be the full-time host for a very long time, but now I'm the substitute.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do my best to not mess it up.
Did you
for
go
Jack?
Did you go everything with Jack? Jack, did you go over everything with Brent? Okay, then you'll be all right.
I think Jack's nervous, honestly. I think he's nervous that I'm going to mess up the show today.
You want me to record it, Jack, so you can do a critique on it later? Talk to you guys tomorrow.